What up, everybody? It's Jordan here with Attack on Anime, here to give you Erased Episode 5 review/reaction. Now, in this episode, tons of new information revealed. This is probably one of the best episodes that I've seen so far in the series. The episode begins with Satoru in class. He notices that Hanazuki did not show up at all. Instantly, he thinks, what's going on? Why did she not appear to class? I did everything I was supposed to do. I saved her from being abducted on a day she was supposed to get abducted. What's going on? Instantly, he goes into panic mode and notices something is wrong. He runs to her house and starts banging on her door. Hey, is anyone home? He's scoping out the windows. Nobody appears to be there. He instantly goes to the outhouse that he knows the mother has been keeping her in. He opens the outhouse and sees that no one is in there. But then, to the left of it, he sees male footprints. So obviously he knows something happened. An abduction happened here. Then we cut to the mother's boyfriend looking out the window and looking at the mother in the corner like, he tells her, what are we going to do? So obviously they have some connection to her disappearance. My theory on that is I believe the mother put her in the outhouse and then the killer serial abductor was watching her and struck at that moment. I don't know if the mom has a direct influence in that. You would think so because of the way the plot is set up. Indirectly, she killed her daughter, I think. So on March 3rd, 1988, Hinazuki officially disappears. At that point, Satoru was just distraught. He actually stays home for 2 days. Then we cut to the mom and she's talking to a reporter. Apparently, there's other children that are being abducted around this time. So we know this isn't just a one-time thing. It's a serial abduction. This is happening in multiple cities all around Japan. Satoru's main goal with that is he did not want Hinazuki to be alone. That's why he feels guilty. He did everything he can to try to make his presence felt so that the serial abductor knows that, yeah, she's not going to be alone. Eventually the class notices that she's missing. The teacher lies to everyone and tells her that Hinazuki just went away with her grandmother. Satoru then goes on to talk to the teacher and he explains to him what happened. Yeah, we know she's been missing for a while. They're investigating the mom right now. But the PSA just decided that it's best to stick to the story that she went away with her grandmother. Because we don't want this to get out too much. We don't know. It's too new right now. 6 days later, after the events of Hinazuki disappearing, another child has ended up missing. Satoru's talking with his friend, and the friend kind of identifies that, yeah, I know something's up. Because somebody, they were telling the same story of another girl mysteriously going away with her grandmother. So the kid knows, they know that something's going on right now. They're not stupid. These kids are extremely smart. Fast forward a few days later, it's officially reported that she's missing now. The news are starting to report it now. So around March 12th, Satoru was walking around Hinazuki's house again to look for clues. He runs into the mom, and she's taking out the trash. So at this point, she drops off a trash bag. She gives this kind of eerie grin. So then we zoom into the trash bag, and Satoru notices the mittens that Hinazuki always wears. So at that point, he's freaking out like, oh, I know she had something to do with it now. Now I know that she's actually gone. So then he starts screaming, and then that's when the reversal activates. So he's in present time now, back in the year 2006, and it just picks off right where he left off. His mom is still dead. Hinazuki is still dead. And he's still a prime suspect in the killing of his mother. So at this point, he's hiding under a bridge. He has nowhere to go. He's starting to think, why has his mom been targeted? But then he realizes that his mom must know something about the serial killer. They have some type of connection, whether she was about to reveal it via the news, whether she was about to expose the killer. Somehow she was targeted because she knows new information. So then Satoru randomly gets a call from his manager and he meets up with his manager. Now they're talking, the manager is trying to wine and dine him, feed him and stuff. The manager is setting him up. The manager already knows what's happening. He's acting like he doesn't know what happened. Satoru apparently just got into a fight with his mom, and that's why he got kicked out of the house. The manager acts like he's about to leave and go get some more beer, but secretly he's outside talking to the cop. Satoru notices that and dips out the house, hops over a ledge. Then he runs into Ari. She instantly tells him, hey, get up on, I already know what's going on. Come hide out with me in my house. I'll protect you. You're safe. You don't have to worry about anything. Let's go. So they basically get to Ari's house, and she gets to talking like, I already know you didn't really kill your mom. There's no way you would do that. You've already been through a lot. She knows his history, too. She knows about Hinazuki's death, because this is the present time. So she said, yeah, the girl, and Satoru was thinking like, how do you know about Hinazuki's death? And I guess Satoru left behind some book that detailed the crimes. Ari tells her, yeah, the girl Hinazuki, she died the day of the girls' festival, which is on March 3rd. And Satoru's like, well, what? she died on the girls' festival. How? That's not the day she really died from the original timeline. She leaves out to go get food or whatever. He reads the book that she was reading, and he realizes that the date has actually changed. Sadaru actually officially changed the timeline. We know that he actually has the ability to alter the future. In the originally when she died, she was 10 years old, but now the book changed it. He changed the future to the way she died at age 11 now, and she died at a different date than she previously did. So at this point, he's like, okay, now I need to go back in reversal mode and actually save her this time. So then we cut to the managers talking to some business guy or something like that. His face is not shown, so I know he's a key player. We're going to hear more from this guy in the future. I don't know what his involvement is in the story, but he's interested in Ari too. He's like, yeah, she's a very cute girl. And he goes after the manager and the mysterious man get done talking. They're like watching Ari from a distance. The manager rolls up on Ari like, hey, I know what happened to Sadaru. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I got you if you need anything. Let me know. She's like, okay, cool. She thinking everything is all friendly. Ari is coming home about to bring him food, and she notices that the manager was following her. So she ends up assaulting the manager because he was trying to spy on her. And basically, she knew that Sadaru was hiding out at her house. And he was about to call the cops on her again. He claims he was just looking out for her, but she's like, I don't need your help. I thought you were a friend. So she's genuinely there for Sadaru, and I like that he has somebody to depend on. So basically, their house is hot at this point. So they retreat under the bridge, and we get a real moment between Ari and Sadaru. She breaks down and tells him, like, the reason I truly believe you is because my father was placed in a similar situation where he was at a marketplace one day and somebody accused him of stealing chocolate. He truly said he didn't do it, and Ari saw him and she know he didn't do it, but all he had to do was admit that he stole the chocolate and he would be let off. But I think he got arrested at that point, or he just got publicly shamed. His wife didn't believe him, so he ended up getting a divorce, and from that day on she learned to just trust and believe in people who she generally feels are being truthful. And so they share a moment, and actually it's kind of funny because she says something that Hayo used to say. She asks him, are you stupid? And that's a connection to the point. I don't know what Ari and Hinazuki have in common, but it's kind of ironic that they both say the same similar catchphrase. So Sadaru's like, can you please not call me that anymore? Can you please not tell me that? Can you please not tell me that? So Ari at this point goes back to her house and says she's going to get him clothes. She returns back to her home. Then she gets some strange text like, hey, this is Sadaru. Stay right where you are. At this point she's like, wait. Why did Sadaru has his mom's phone? And how's he gonna text? How's he texting me off of it? He's under the bridge. So then she thinks, whoa, the killer's actually after me now. And then out of nowhere, her house just catches on fire. We see smoke, and then she's kind of suffocating in the smoke. Then she ends up on the floor. Boom, episode's done now. What a cliffhanger. My ending thoughts are, who is the killer at this point? And why is he taking out everyone that knows Sadaru? Somehow the killer must know that Sadaru has this reversal effect. Like there's something going on here that we're missing. A missing link is, it's crazy right now and it's so interesting. I cannot wait till next Thursday till this episode comes out. I am like on edge right now waiting on these new episodes. So I'm watching this episode and I'm thinking like, man, so we actually really can change the future. That's great. So obviously he's going to go back into the future at some point. He needs to save his mom, he needs to save Hinazuki, and he needs to save himself from being a suspect. And he also needs to clear Yuki's name. So he has a lot of goals in mind. My question is, at some point, I wonder if he can control the reversal power at will. When will he be able to control it at some point? Is somebody else controlling it? Is he the only one that knows about it? Somehow, and who is this killer? So sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's debate it. Let's talk about it. Who do you guys think the killer really is? So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Attack on Anime out.